Colby, finally some drama last night in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's throw 2 minutes and 30 seconds up on the clock, and let's start with that. You look at the nation's capital, and the Caps had the Florida Panthers, the President's Trophy winners, on the ropes. Colby, they were this close when you take a look at the Garnet Hathaway empty net attempt from icing the Florida Panthers, putting them down 3-1 late in the third period, and that also would have put them down 3-1 heading back home for game 5. So when you take a look at this, is this a missed opportunity for the Washington Capitals in game 4, or are you confident that the Florida Panthers are now in the driver's seat?
I'm definitely not confident that Florida's in the driver's seat, but I also, Frank, thought that Florida deserved to win that game last night. As much as they had to come back, and as much as they had to, kind of fight through, score that late goal, and then get it into overtime, I felt like that was their most complete effort. And while I still don't like the way the Florida Panthers are playing, and I still feel like they just don't look the same. They're not skating quite the same. They're not playing with the pace. And honestly, they just, to me, Frank, they don't look like they're playing heavy enough to go along the walls.
Yeah, I hear you, and I'm with you because I don't think the Florida Panthers are out of the woods quite yet. It feels like they got a little bit closer and took a step in the right direction on Monday night, but overall, they were still that close. And the Caps, I've been saying it for the last few days. I don't know that we're giving them enough credit. Evgeny Kuznetsov is the perfect example of what he said post game, which was, we're not worried about offense. They seem perfectly comfortable putting up 16 shots on net. He said, we'll have time for offense in the beer league and summer hockey. That was his exact quote. And so that's the mentality of the Caps. That's the mentality that they probably needed to have coming into this series against a team like Florida that went through the regular season scoring at will. And this playoff postseason run so far, they haven't been able to find it. Really interesting for me, Colby, when you take a look at the latter stages of game 4 too, with Carter Verhaeghe scoring the OT winner. That goal that they scored with the net empty 6-on-5 was their first goal scored with the man advantage all series long.
Yeah, well, they finally looked comfortable too. They got in, they set it up. Ekblad was out on the ice for that 6-on-5. I know, there's been a lot of conversations about should he be with that top group. You think about Giroux and him never really got to play with each other, and Giroux plays on that half wall. So, they've got work to do, and I'm still, in my opinion, leaning on the Caps. I think they've got that leadership. They've been more physical. You mentioned Hathaway. I think he's been really effective in this series, and I'm just still kind of waiting to see guys like Huberdeau, guys like Giroux, and guys like Barkov wake up and take control.